Good morning, everybody. We're back out on the Ross Barnett. I thought I'd take y'all out and show you how I find crappie using side scan and Livescope. It's just how I do it now. There's a lot of different ways to do it there, but I thought I'd just show you. And really, it all starts with mapping. I spend a lot of time at home looking on my After Captain app from my Garmin. And it's, you know, it's got the same maps on it as my Garmin unit does. And looking for things on the lake that stands out. So I'm going to turn this camera around and show you what I'm talking about. Hang on just a second. Alright, got it turned around. Now, when you look at a map, you try to look at things that stand out in particular. And these curves right here, these bends, the sharp bends, really stand out. And that's kind of where you want to be looking when you're following the river, looking for debris and stuff that'll hold crappie. This one over here really stands out. If you look, that river right there makes a real sharp bend. Look right here, there's a road bed going right up beside, right up to the edge of that river. And look how tight the contour lines are. What that means is there's a real steep drop off. When these contour lines are real tight, say like that point right there, that means it's a real steep drop off right there. And then you got right on the other side of the, you got a lake right there, or a lake right here, excuse me. You got a lake right here, and then another road coming into that road. So all those things just stick out to me as a place to go try. And I mark these a lot of times, like I'll put a mark, say right here on my After Captain maps there, and then when you sync it to you, it'll show up, and I'll call it try. You know, something like that. And I'll show you what I'm talking about, so let me do it. Okay, let's see, go over here where we're just looking at it. There it is right there. We're gonna create a waypoint, and it's called 001. A lot of times I'll take that, whoops, wrong button. I'll take that 001, I'll edit it and name it and call it try, T-R-Y. And click done. Now you're done. So we're going to click, so you don't lose it and can't figure out where you're going. Click navigate to, and then click go to. It's going to make a line, a route line, straight over there to that thing. You can't miss it now. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to run over to it real quick, and we're going to take a look. We're going to use side scan, and I'll show you some other things that we'll use side scan for too that works pretty good if you don't have a live scope. All right, see you in just a minute. Okay guys, you can see we're almost there. We're not quite there yet. What I did want to do though is go over some settings on side scan that would maybe help you out. We'll see. These are my settings anyhow. This is side scan. Now if you go down the menu on your Garmin unit there, your contrast will make it look like it's darker, or like a cloud. Make it look cloudy. If you get it too high, then it just washes the whole thing out. I like to run mine around 80%. Let me get it back up about 80. About 80% is about right for me. Then hit back. Brightness, it defaults to auto medium by itself, so you it depends on the day. I like to run mine about 90% on brightness. That's pretty close. So go hit back again. Frequency, if you run your frequency on 455, you can see out further. If you run it on 1100, you can see better detail. So I usually leave mine on 1100. If I'm doing a lot of looking around, I'll put it on 455 there, just where I can see further out. Zoom, you can turn that off or on. It really doesn't do you much good. Range, I like to set mine at 70 feet because you can see good up to about 70 feet. Past that, you really don't get that much. Sonar setup. There we go. scroll speed, always set that to auto. It'll always default to something else. Default would be somewhere like that on 6 or 7. You want this unit to determine your speed. That helps you. It helps you. If you're going fast, you're going slow. It keeps up with it by itself. So keep that on auto, and it does a really good job. On-screen control, I like to use range for that, so you can see, you can change how far out it's looking either side. Color scheme, it comes on rusted steel when you first turn it on. I don't like that. I like mine on amber. I like moss on my Livescope, but I like amber on this. Now it kind of depends on your eyes, so you just kind of, you know, there's a little piece of structure right there. You can see on the bottom. Really, that's really about it. But the Sonar set up there just a minute. Go down to advanced, TVG off, interference, no, that's noise reject. I put it on low. That's just my settings. I mean, you might find yours completely different to your liking, however you like it. So play around with it. Don't be shy of it. All right, we're going to ease on up here to this area here. I'll see you in just a second. We up to this place now where we want to fish at, or where we're seeing put the marks down. Let me tell you, if you don't have Livescope, this is an absolute must-have. You need this more than anything else on your boat. What we're going to do, we're going to take the side imaging, and we're going to scroll along on the spot up here, and you should be able to see it. When you come up to the, see, there it is on the Livescope right there. It's pretty easy to see. So I'm going to turn off to the side of it just a little bit to run by it. Now we're basically just using our side scan sonar right now. Now some stuff down there in it. All right, right there, we're going to put a marker out right there. It's going to flip down. All we got to do is turn around and go to the marker. Man, there's some stuff down there, ain't it? Good gracious alive. Set this left hand a little bit different. Way too bright on the contrast. Bring it down. Never put that seat better. Alright, if you do have Livescope, guess what? You just mark your spot over there now. It's real easy to find. So when you're driving by with your big motor and you mark these spots, you'll have these markers already ready to go. And you see one, and you know about how far, it'll show the screen on how far it is out there where these places are. And you throw your marker out there. And man, it makes life so much easier. But anyhow, there's some more stuff coming up now that we easing up there too. We didn't even see, so that's pretty cool. All right, there it is. There's our marker right in front of us, and you can see Livescope is pointed at it, and it said it's about 25 feet away, which is almost exactly perfect where we threw that marker at. And look at the fish. We got fish on the boat at 5 feet right now. We're gonna let the boat kind of straighten itself out right here. We're gonna see if we can catch a fish on it. But people, that's just about how easy it is to find these things with the technology we have today. Side imaging, side view, whatever you want to call it. Depends on if you got a Humminbird or a Garmin. All of them are great. Don't buy a unit, in my opinion, that don't have side imaging on it. Just don't, because that's more important than anything I can think of. You can find fish so easy. Like I said, if you run over these brush piles and you see the Livescope right now pointed at it, it's just pointed right at the marker. And I did not point it at the marker first. You know, when I put that marker out, I seen it on the imaging and threw it out there to it. So use your side imaging. If you have Livescope, then after you put your marks down, go up and hit them. Man, it's way easier right now. This is how I do it. It just makes life so simple. Some days I'll just come out here and just drive around and just look and make marks and don't do anything else. Sometimes, you know, with the fishing's real bad, you just can't make them bite. I'll find new places on that particular day, but I always find them on my map first. Put a mark down, go try it, and I'll go try all the new tries that I put down. I'll come out here and I look on the tries and see if they was any good or not. A lot of times they are, because they stand out. Man, look at the shad down there, good gracious. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna see if I can catch some fish now. Thanks for watching.